Today I'm going to show you guys how to make these really cute, easy dishcloths. I love these. They are completely 100% cotton and they work up really quickly. They're very absorbent and I love using them to wash and dry my dishes. So what we're going to use for this project is this sugar and cream yarn, and you can get this just about anywhere. I purchased mine, I believe, from Michael's, and it was on sale for like 4 for $10. And then I'm also going to be using a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, and you can also use a 6 millimeter. It's kind of up to you. And so let's just go ahead and get started. I'll show you how to make this project. It's really quick, and like I say, they're really good I love them. I love them in the kitchen. I'm surprised I didn't use them before. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and make our slip knot. So just follow along there on the screen. Also, I have a tutorial on my channel on how to do a slip knot if you don't catch it here. And you're going to go ahead and slip the slip knot over your crochet hook, and then you're going to do a chain of, I think I did in this tutorial 27. It varies. I can't remember because this is one of those patterns that's easily adjusted, so you can kind of just do it to the size of a dishcloth that you would want, 9 by 9, 10 by 10. It just depends on what you're used to. So go ahead and do yourself a chain of 27, and I'll show you how to do that here. Just yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through again, and you just continue doing that until you get the desired length, the desired width of your cloth. Okay. And the way I kind of determined how long I wanted mine is I just went and got another dishcloth from the kitchen and just measured it, and then I kind of did my chain to that length. And just keep in mind, because this is cotton, it can shrink a little, so if you know you want it to be a certain length, you'll want to just keep in mind that once you go to wash it and dry it, it can shrink a little bit, but just keep that in mind. Okay. And I hope this isn't too quick. If it is, again, I have a tutorial on how to do a chain, on my channel, and I'll link that somewhere in the video. Okay, I'm just kind of looking at it here. Once you get your desired length, you're going to make sure that you do an additional 2. So you'll do that, and then that additional 2 will serve as your first half double crochet. So I'm switching hooks here, mainly because I like this hook better, but for the tutorial I think the pink shows up a little bit better, so that's why I keep going back to the pink crochet hook. That's just for your benefit, but I do like the white hook better. It just works up easier. So anyway, here I'm showing you here that we're going to skip 2, and then we're going to do a half double crochet in the third loop on that chain, or the third stitch on the chain. So there I'm just showing you where that third stitch is. So you're going to skip the first one, count 2, and then in the third hole you're going to place your first half double crochet, or I guess it would be your second. Okay, and I'll show you how to do a half double crochet. Okay, so that was a little bit off camera, so I'll show you here. Just yarn over, you're going to insert the crochet hook into the next stitch. Okay, here you are. Insert the crochet hook, pull up a loop, and you'll have 3 on your crochet hook, and then you'll pull off all 3, leaving 1 on the hook. And I'll do that a few times here. I hope this doesn't go too fast. I've got a lot of tutorials already on my channel that shows how to do a half double crochet, but I think you can catch it here. I hope you can anyway. So here you are. Okay. Yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, you'll have 3, yarn over again, and pull off the bottom 3, leaving the top one on. I'm sorry that looks fast, but just keep watching the tutorial. I will show you in slow motion how to do a half double crochet if you don't know how to do that already. Okay. So there I am. I'm just switching again to that pink hook because I think it's a little easier to see. So here I'm slowing it down for you. You yarned over, you're going to insert your crochet hook, and then here you see you have 4 on your hook. Okay, you're going to leave that first one on the hook and pull it over. You'll have 3 loops on your crochet hook, and then you'll yarn over again. You'll keep that top loop on your hook and pull off the bottom 3. Okay, and I'll show you that one more time. Okay, insert your hook into the next stitch on that foundation chain. And like I said before in my other tutorials, if you haven't watched some of those, your foundation chain, this first row is usually the trickiest row. Push through this, do not get discouraged. I mean, you're working with a smaller needle here, but once you get through that first row, you'll be able to kind of smooth sail through your project. Okay, and just continue doing that down the row. That's what it's looking like, right? That's how your project's shaping up. And just continue working. Okay, now we're towards the end. So we're going to go ahead and yarn over, insert your crochet hook, yarn over again, pull off the last 3. And you'll have 1 more stitch in that row, so you want to make sure that you catch that. Stitch, hole, whatever you want to call it. I'm not 100% like on all the crochet terminology, but I think if you kind of just follow along with the tutorial, you'll be able to see it even if like my words get a little jumbly. But I just want to try to help as much as I can. Okay, so you're going to chain 2, and then you're just going to turn your work. Okay, in this project we're going to be working in the back stitch. So if you turn your work kind of to the side, you'll be able to see that you have a front loop and then a back loop. And you're going to be working in the back loop. Okay, so go ahead and insert your crochet hook, yarn over, turn your work a little to the side. You'll see those V's. You're going to work in the second stitch into that back loop. And by doing this, we're going to create that rib stitch. Okay, and we're going to complete that same half double crochet in the back loop all the way down the row. So I'll show you again. See that back loop? There you are. And then you're going to create your half double crochet. This project will work up really quickly, even for a beginner, an hour, maybe 2 hours, and you'll have it completed. I love making these. They're great gifts. And like I say, I love that they're so, the cotton is really absorbent, and so it's really good for washing your dishes. And, you know, I don't know, because of the holes too, they dry really easily. I don't know, I just really love them. I'm just surprised I'd never used them before, but I really love the crocheted dishcloth. And I like to use white just because I like to use bleach when I'm cleaning, and the white, you know, just doesn't, the color doesn't change. So continue doing the half double crochet in the back loop all the way down the row. Okay, see how it's looking? You can kind of start seeing that rib. Okay, once you get close to the end, I'm going to show you here. You're going to go ahead and complete that half double crochet in the back stitch. I hope you can see that. Okay. Now, see that chain? Remember we did the chain 2? You're going to have to put a half double crochet in the chain 2. So that's what I'm showing you here, because if you don't do that throughout your entire project, your work will start to shrink. So it's going to be a really important stitch that you want to make sure you're doing. So here we're doing the chain 2, and just keep in mind when we come back down the row, we'll be putting a stitch in the chain 2. So I don't know, that's something you just kind of have to learn, but if you can kind of remember that, your project will turn out even, and you'll have, you know, a square or a rectangle dishcloth, and it won't, you know, It won't be misshaped. Okay, and the same thing, we're just going to do a half double crochet in the back stitch, and that's going to be your pattern through the entire project. See how that looks? It's really, really cute. I love it. Okay, and here I'm just showing you the reason why I keep switching the crochet hook. It's not to confuse you. If you look there, that head is really small and the yarn doesn't stick under there very well. Whereas with this white one here, you see how the head is a little bit longer. And that's the reason why I keep switching back and forth. Off camera, I'm using the white hook. On camera, I'm using the pink, just so that it can show a little bit better. But I just, anyway, so just keep going. I think that white crochet hook is a Susan Bates crochet hook, and I just like that. You can get it from Joann's Fabric. I think I might have got that one offline, but you can also get it from Joann's. I even think Hobby Lobby sells them. So sorry for the confusion. It's just because of the preference of the hook. So if you just keep going, that's what your project should be looking like. And with that yarn, because it's a variated yarn, it changes. So I don't have any control over when the color changes, but it's still really pretty. I like it. And it is just to be washing my dishes, so. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish off our project. And like I said, you can measure it. You can eyeball it to see how long you want it. It's up to you. I just kind of used some other dish rags that I had in the kitchen, and I made a rough comparison to see how long or wide I wanted my dishcloths. But it's up to you. I think this was like a 9x9 or a 10x10. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so we're just going to continue that. And you can get about 2 dish rags from one skein of this sugar and cream yarn, depending on your size. If I buy 2, then I definitely can get at least 3, if that makes sense. I can definitely get 3 dishcloths from it. So 2 would allow for 3. Okay, and then we still got to get that last, remember we got to get that last crochet stitch into that chain. The half double crochet into the chain. Okay, now you just make yourself a small tail, maybe 4 inches, 6 inches, or whatever. Go ahead and cut it, and then you're going to go ahead and finish off your work. So to finish off your work, you're just going to yarn over like you're going to do a crochet stitch. So you're going to yarn over, and then you're just going to pull through that string through the hole, and that creates a knot. Okay, in my experience with dishcloths, it's better to do a couple of knots at the end. I know it's not ideal for all crochet projects, but you just don't want it to come loose when you start washing your forks and your knives. Sometimes it can snag, so I always make a couple of knots, generally speaking, beyond that one knot at the end. And I don't do that for all my projects, but for my crochet dishcloths and dish rags and dish towels, I do, just because I don't want it to come off. I don't want it to come loose. Okay, and all I'm doing here is I'm just weaving that string, that tail, back through my work. So just continue to do that all the way through, and then once you get it weave through as much as you like, then you will just cut that. And you'll want to make sure that you weave through at the beginning of your project as well as at your end of your project. And I just do that instead of cutting it. I kind of weave it through, and that just ensures that the project stays put together. Okay, just go ahead and cut it once you've got it to where you want it. You can see there I've weaved it through. And then really that's it. That is how you would create yourself a dishcloth. I think, like I said, these are just great, and they're great little gifts. You can, make them for some people and include a little, I don't know, some dish soap maybe. Could be a nice housewarming gift. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. And I'll try to put out videos weekly or so. So anyway, there you are. I made a few of those there. Please feel free to follow me on my other social media platforms, and then also please check out my last video where I show you how to make that really cute blanket. All right, thanks guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.